The Overseas Workers Welfare Administration, or Owwa, is the lead government agency tasked to protect and promote the welfare and well-being of overseas Filipino workers and their dependents. It provides and sustains assistance to all its members in all its regional and overseas offices. It also provides information and guidance through pre-departure orientation seminars.
The pre-departure orientation seminar for the country of Kuwait. Kuwait's land area is 17,820 square kilometers, which is a bit smaller than the Bicol region. The travel time from the Philippines to Kuwait is 8 to 9 hours. This is the flag of Kuwait. Kuwait nationals are called Kuwaitis. Its official name is the State of Kuwait, with Kuwait City as its capital. It has 6 administrative divisions. The monetary currency of Kuwait is the Kuwaiti dinar. Here are the codes when calling from the Philippines to Kuwait and vice versa. Philippine time is ahead of Kuwaiti time by 5 hours. Kuwait's widest means of transportation is the Kuwait Public Transport Company. Office hours in Kuwait are from 9 a.m. to 12 noon and 6 to 10 p.m. Friday is the Muslim rest day, and the other day off will probably be either Thursday or Saturday, or any 2 days between Thursday and Saturday, depending on the country. In the month of Ramadan, working hours vary from the kind of your workplace, whether it is a government or a private office. Working hours during Ramadan are 6 hours only. Most of the companies arrange working hours differently for Muslim workers and non-Muslim workers. Household service workers, or HSWs, have no holidays and rest days. Summer in Kuwait is from the month of June to September. Autumn season is from October to November. Winter season is from December to February, and springtime is from March until May. Natural hazards in Kuwait are sudden cloudbursts, which occasionally bring rain and sand and dust storms. Filipinos make the second largest population of foreign workers in Kuwait. Kuwait's official language is Arabic. English is also widely spoken. Majority of the population is Islam, although there are small numbers of Kuwaiti Christians and Jews. The food in Kuwait are the likes of kubos, yogurt, and kapsa. Kuwaiti men wear the dish dasha. Kuwaiti women have the choice whether to wear Western or the traditional clothing, but during occasions, most wear the niqab and the burqa. Men and women shake hands only when they are related to each other. It is proper to stand up when greeting others. Elders are greeted first as a sign of respect. Learn Arabic. Show interest in learning about their customs, culture, and even religion. Understand that men and women are always separated in public. Greet people with Assalamu alaikum, peace be with you. If someone greeted you with Assalam, answer back Wa alaikum assalam, and also with you. Do accept invitations to the Middle East home. When entering a house, say Ya Allah, O God. It means something like Tao po in Filipino. When visiting a Kuwaiti home, do as others do. For example, if all guests remove their shoes, remove yours too. Do accept when your host offers coffee to you. Know how to refuse your coffee when you have had enough. It is polite to have 2 cups. Place your hand over the cup and shake it from side to side when handing it back to the waiter to indicate that you have finished. When entering a holy place or a living room, tent, and others, remove your shoes unless you are told not to do so. During Ramadan, workers may not be able to eat on time, or if ever, eat inside your room and never in the presence or in front of your employer. Also, don't eat, drink, or smoke in public during Ramadan. Wearing of revealing clothes is strictly forbidden. Dress appropriately at all times, even when wearing the abaya. Be aware that Arabs tend to stand a little closer when conversing. When you get into some problems with Arabs, try to remind them of Allah. Always use your right hand. The left hand is for cleaning dirty parts of the body. Don't interrupt or pass in front of a Muslim who may be praying in a public place. Don't dress provocatively. Shorts are rarely worn by either sex. Don't abuse the kindness of your employer. Don't go out with fellow workers without knowing very well their characters. Don't be too familiar with male employees or male household workers. Don't smile at men you don't know. Don't go to far places without any reliable companion. Don't overuse the telephone. Don't answer back in a rude manner. Don't join the company of girls who indulge in immoral activities. Don't involve yourself in the political activities of your host country. Don't feel uncomfortable if your host insists on overfeeding you during a meal, as Arabs traditionally view food as an important symbol of hospitality and generosity. And the more you eat, the better it is. Don't be persuaded by unscrupulous people to transfer employment while contract is still in force. Don't try to bribe a policeman. It can cause you big trouble. Many people have to be arrested and jailed for carrying firearms or drugs without knowing. Don't use drugs and never carry any prohibited drugs. Don't give your address to people of doubtful character, because if they send you drugs in a letter or package, you can be arrested as a pusher too. Never accept any hand-carried package and letter from anyone and for anyone unless you first see what's inside. Don't bring any pornographic material, magazines, pictures, videotapes. They are prohibited. Don't tap the back of anybody. Don't discuss religion. Practice of religion outside Islam is strictly forbidden. Don't disrespect the name of Allah and Prophet Muhammad. Here are some common problems at work: maltreatment and abuses, sexual harassment, rape cases, delayed salaries, unpaid salaries, contract substitution, worker forced to work with the extended families of the original employer, and adjustment and coping difficulties. It is illegal for an employer to keep the worker's passport and money. Change of employer needs the approval of the original employer.
Sumunod po sila sa kung anong mga gusto po ng madam sa kababa po niya. Saka po, huwag po silang malapit sa baba po nila kasi po mga Kuwaiti na ako yung mga babae na Arabo, selosa po masyado.
Here are the most frequently asked questions. What do I need to remember before I leave for work abroad? Things you need to remember and do before leaving for your country of destination. Read carefully and review the content of your work contract, like the type of work address, and name of employer and agency. Always leave copies of your documents with your family. These include work contract, photocopy of visa and passport, and other important documents. Set specific goals and plans on how you will achieve them. It is better to plan with your family. Make sure to write down the contact numbers of the Philippine Embassy and the Philippine Overseas Labor Office, or POLO.
I still have debts. Can I leave Kuwait? No, you cannot leave Kuwait without first paying all outstanding debts. If you still have debts, there is a chance that they will report you. The Kuwaiti government might suspend your work permit and exit visa.
I am not being paid correctly and I was made to sign a different contract. What should I do? You should seek assistance immediately from your employment agency and a consular officer from the Philippine Embassy or consulate. Unique local labor laws may apply. The advice given by consular officers, welfare officers, and labor attachés may be helpful in addressing any complaints that you may have. My employer is not paying me on time and I need to send money home. What will I do? Talk to your employer or sponsor about your concerns. My employer or sponsor does not listen to me and gets angry when I ask him about my salary. What will I do? Call your embassy or POLO for advice. I plan to run away and work for a new employer. What are my chances if I work without proper documentation, or what they call TNT? Absconding and working illegally or as a TNT is heavily penalized and deprives a person health care, insurance, and other benefits. They carry a higher risk for abuse and exploitation. In settling problems with your employer, you can do any of the following. Talk to your employer or sponsor about the problem. Call your agency regarding the problem. Call the Philippine Embassy or POLO and ask for advice.
The Philippine Embassy in Kuwait is located at Villa 152, Block 6, Numan bin Bashir, corner Damascus Road, Faiha, State of Kuwait. Here is the contact information of the Philippine Embassy and the Philippine Overseas Labor Office in Kuwait.